Welcome back, lottery fans. Today I'm going to be stepping through a lucky pick 4 rundown that seems to be working in several states in April. I'm going to go ahead and walk through the rundown for you so you can see how it's done, and then I'd love for you guys to go ahead and try it in your state and let me know in the comments below whether or not it's working for you. So this is a fairly simple rundown to do, but it's been very effective, as I said. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just the one example today in one state. And for that, we're actually going to go ahead and use the Florida midday lottery for our example. And we're going to go ahead and use today's midday result, which is the 8th of April. And to do this, we're going to use our standard tic-tac-toe pick 4 rundown worksheet. If you want a copy of this worksheet, as with any of our other worksheets, you can download it for free from lotterypredictor.com. I'll leave a link below in the description, but go to lotterypredictor.com and look in the resources section and you'll find this rundown worksheet for free, along with all of our other rundowns as well. So for this rundown, we're just going to need the one result. So we don't need these, and we are going to use the translated grid. We're going to use our flip numbers with the translated grid for this. So we're going to go ahead and start with today's midday Florida result, which was a 2908. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and put that in the left hand vertical column here, starting with the top with the 2 in that box, and then a 9, a 0, and an 8. And then we're going to go ahead and add 2, 4, and 8 to each of these numbers in a horizontal manner. So we're going to add 2 on this column, add 4 on this column, and add 8 on this column. And we're going to go ahead and do that for each of the lines. So we'll start by taking this 2, and in this box we're going to add 2 to that. So 2 plus 2 is 4, so we'll put in a 4 there. Then in the next box we're going to add 4 to it. So we're going to take the 2, which is the starting number, add 4 to that, and that will put a 6 here. And then in the last box we're going to take this 8, add 8 to the 2, and that will give us a 10, but because this is pick 4 we only need the 1 digit, so we'll take the right handmost digit, which is a 0. Put a 0 in here. And then we're just going to work down each line doing exactly the same process. So take the next one, which is a 9. We're going to add 2 to 9, which gives 11, but as I said we only need the 1 digit, so we'll take the right hand digit, which is a 1. We'll add 4 to 9, gives us 13, so that we'll use the 3 out of that. And add 8 to 9, which is 17, and we'll take the 7 from that. On the next line, same again. Add 2 to 0, it's 2. 4 to 0 is 4. 8 to 0 is 8. And then on the last line, same again. We'll add 2 to the 8, which is 10, so we'll take the 0. 4 to 8 is 12, so we'll take a 2. And then 8 to 8 is 16, so we'll take the 6. So that's our base grid there, filled out with all the numbers we need. We then go ahead and use our flip numbers, which is on down here in the bottom right on the rundown worksheet. So it's all pre-laid out for you. And we're going to take each number, look up the flip number for it, and fill it in the corresponding box on the translated grid. So we'll start with a 2. We'll take a 2 and look up the flip number. It's a 5. So we'll put a 5 in this box here. Then we'll take the 4, look up at the flip number, which is a 7, and put the 7 in there. Next number is a 6. When we look at the flip number for a 6, it's a 9, so we'll put a 9 here. And then lastly, 0, the flip number 0 is 3. And then we're just going to work our way down the grid, each line, getting the flip numbers and putting them in there. So a 9 is a 2 in a flip number, 1 is a 4, 3 is a 6, 7 is a 0, 0 is a 3, 2 is a 5, 4 is a 7, and 8 is a 1. 8 is a 1, 0 is a 3, 2 is a 5, and 6 is a 9. So I just went through those very quickly because I pretty much know the flip numbers off by heart now. I occasionally make a mistake, but hopefully I didn't this time. But once you've done a few rundowns, you'll start to not need these lookup columns in the bottom here. You'll be able to actually fill those in yourselves. So now that we've got our base number and our translated base grid and our translated grid, we can go ahead and pick the patterns that we actually want to use for each of these. For those of you that have watched a lot of my videos, you'll know I typically do the diagonal patterns and then the 2 vertical straight downs. That's my traditional go-to pattern. You can pick any pattern you like. Definitely do some backtracking maybe if you want to see from previous draws if any specific patterns are sticking out to you. But for these ones where I fill in the vertical columns first, I generally like to take all the horizontals across. That's what I generally go for. So I'm going to do the same here. In the base grid, I'm going to take the 4 horizontals. So I'm going to play all 4 of those lines there. So that will give me a 2, 4, 6, 0, 2, 4, 6, 0. And the next line is a 9, 1, 3, 7. And then a 0, 2, 4, 8. And then an 8, 0, 2, 6. So I'll take those 4 numbers from the base grid. And then I'm going to go ahead and do exactly the same on the translated grid. I'll take the 4 straight horizontal numbers across here. So from the translated grid, that will give me a 5, 7, 9, 3, and a 2, 4, 6, 0, a 3, 5, 7, 1, and a 1, 3, 5, 9. And there we have it. That's 4 numbers that we can now go ahead and start playing in the Florida midday drawing. As I said, go ahead and give this rundown a try in your state. I've been noticing it's been working pretty well so far in April for several states, but leave me a comment below if you see it working for your state. As always, give me a thumbs up on the video if you like this, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.